Howdy do, West Ham Ryan's channel, it's Jazz. God, that was a long night, that was a tiring night, standing in the West Ham bar at home for, what, bloody 2 hours waiting for the draw to happen, which finally happened. Jeez, it looks like we did the easy thing, got rid of Arsenal, and then the draw, we were all painfully getting heart attacks and all sorts, weren't we? And we all knew we were going to get Liverpool. Apparently there's a couple of articles on the media saying that it all went viral before the draw. Every West Ham fan knew we're getting Liverpool away. I said it. I said Arsenal before that. Liverpool, it just had to happen. Thank you, Andy Cole, who did the draw. West Ham were the last number pulled out. Liverpool away in the quarterfinals. Yeah, we'll go into that a bit more. But yeah, I thought the draw should have been done today. At least let us have a nice sleep, enjoy the win. I just ended my show. As soon as that draw happened, I kind of, for one reason or another, right or wrong, just took the shine off tonight for me a little bit. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. And just closed the door. But yeah, the draw just dragged on. It didn't happen till about 11 o'clock, wasn't it? It's crazy. Not very well done. And in the end, I kept thinking, have I got the right channel on? Have I missed it? Am I missing a thing? Then I kept Googling it, saying, when is it going to happen? It was meant to be 10:15. Then it went to 10:30. Then I think it was around 10:45. Then it went into 11. Absolutely nuts. And then you got Port Vale or Middlesbrough in there. What the hell's all that about? Jesus. Absolutely crazy. But, welcome to the 5 Takeaway Show. It's a show I do after more or less all the games to think about 5 things, 5 points to take away, discuss with you lot what I picked up on, what I feel really. So, yeah, first of all, yeah, West Ham United 3, Arsenal 1. I didn't really see that coming on the back of our performance against Everton. Looking at the lineups, Arsenal were fairly, second string team. I think Gabriel was at the back, Nketiah up front. Apart from that, it was just a mishmash team, 4-3-3, up to the point we scored. It still looked 50-50. Arsenal second string 11, I noticed, were still playing with the same intensity as the first 11, although obviously the quality wasn't there. And they did the same thing we did in the Europa last week, was make too many changes. When you make too many changes, like 7, 8, 9, it's nuts, right? There's going to be, it's not going to be very fluid for Arsenal. The players are not going to be used to playing with each other. And there's going to be a lot of individual misunderstandings and errors, really. So we all know the score, 3-1. We all know who scored, who did what. We covered that last night. I'm not going to go over that. But the first thing I wanted to talk about, and I'll probably actually put it in there for you guys. Let me just put it in now, because that kind of is the first point, isn't it? So let me just show you there. Where's he gone? There he is, my man. There we go. Where shall I put him? Shall I put him up there? He belongs up there, doesn't he? Yeah. I mean, first takeaway, first point. And it nicely, after, celebrating, enjoying the win, we kind of played, we were kind of on it. We played quite well. We kept them fairly quiet. We could have got more goals in the end. The crowd was fantastic. Right behind, virtually 98-99% sold out. Really good atmosphere before, during and after the game. Arsenal, they brought a few up for it at the beginning, but they left the ground pretty early, 10 minutes on the end, I noticed, which is kind of typical. Kudus, takeaway point, Kudus, he's got to start every single game. He's got to start every single game, and I've never seen comments from the fans this early of anyone's career, and they're saying he's too good for us. We're not going to hold on to him. I've never heard that from us about any other player before, which is quite interesting, right? Obviously, before he came to us, I didn't follow him. I didn't know much about him. He was apparently in discussions, long discussions, quite further down the road with Chelsea. He was going to sign for them. They kind of got distracted by signing the Brighton CDM, because that was going to cost a lot of money, and they were battling with Liverpool for 1 or 2 other players. So they kind of got distracted, went down that route and forgot about tying up Kudus, and we got in there with our technical director. He came from Ajax, Ghana International, 38 million. Yeah, plays in the 4-3-3 in the middle or up front, 2 people close to him. Can play on the wing, 4-4-2 as well, 4-2-3-1 on the wing as well, or in the middle, all that kind of thing. But yeah, really interesting what you guys think of him, and he's producing the goods. And I don't know why it's taken till the 1st of November for him to sort of show that. I mean, not show that, but why the manager has not kind of seen it until yesterday. I mean, he scored before. He scored at Newcastle. They played him in Europa, but that was with Danny Ings up front. Who's the hell's going to get anything out of that? Complete waste. And he just astounds me, some of the things David Moyes does. 1st of November, couple of disappointing results in the league. Antonio keeps playing him every single game apart from yesterday, thank God. And you've all seen it. The goal was world class. The way he the way he controlled it, I think it was an Agard assist. Hats off to Agard. Wonderful, wonderful assist. Good long range passing ability, which we know he has got. Right, so if you're going to get the best out of Agard, you're going to get the best of Kudus and one or two others, you're going to need to consider a different type of formation on people playing in different type roles in that formation, which we'll come to in a minute. But the first thing is Kudus has got to start every single game. You've got to rebuild more or less your team around this man, put him in where he wants to play, where you can make the most effect, really. And we're going to come into the formation later on. But yeah, takeaway point. Kudus, world-class goal, great control, took it with his other foot, gave it to his other foot, curled it around, and then it went kind of between the first defender's legs, around the second defender, and around the goalkeeper into the corner, curled it around. Yeah, absolutely amazing, got a lot of skill on him. And even before that, he was surrounded by Arsenal players more often than not, and he never hardly lost the ball. He kept hold of it, the skill, the control. Fairly physical, he can hold it up, he can sort of tackle as well. But what I said in the show yesterday was, whatever formation you play, let the defenders defend and let the attackers attack. Don't mix the two too much. Yeah, like what's been happening at the moment, where most of the time we've got 9 people behind the ball. It gets too messy in the back. It gets too crowded in the back. Zonal marking. No one knows who's picking anyone up. It's a complete mess. Spread the field, spread the players, especially when at home. Have a reasonable number of players in the attacking side. So when we attack, counter-attack, we cross, there's people there. But what often we find, more often than not, is so many people defending deep in the other side of the half. When we attack, it takes ages to get people out there, really. So build a team around Kudus, I'd say. And again, I'll probably come into the formations now, actually. So let me share my screen and we can talk about it. But yeah, and then obviously I'll bring in Kudus a bit more, what I'm going to discuss. Right, let's bring my screen in. Where are you, screen? Where's my lovely, lovely little tactical field? There it is, everyone. So again, what I'm thinking is, yeah, obviously Areola in goal. And a lot of you guys liked Mavropanos yesterday, and that's fine. Yeah, he's fairly good. Weren't really tested a lot the back four, to be honest. But what we noticed yesterday, obviously, was how good Emerson is, how much we've missed him. He looks slick. He looks good. He looks like he's a wing back. He can do it for 1 or 2 seasons at least. Kufal, I think he enjoys that up and down. He's got that energy. Even though he's about 30 odd on the wrong side, he does have the tenacity, physical side to him and energy to get up and down that role. So what I'm thinking is, with this formation, you're going to get the best out of so many players. It's worth having a look at. So because in the flat back four, I don't think we're defending that well. I think Agard, Mavropanos and Zuma will benefit from 3 at the back. Agard, as you can see, he's got the ball playing skills. He can come out left back, left side, and if he's out of position like he often is, at least you got another 2 to cover him in Zuma and Mavropanos. So I think Agard connecting well with Emerson and Paqueta, that little triangle on the kind of the left side will work really well. Emerson, he'll push him up a bit more. Kufal again, provide that width. Mavropanos, he's kind of more left and right footed, but I think again he'll benefit from having another 2 centre backs with him, because apart from Zuma, I don't think, I could be wrong, but Mavropanos and Agard in a flat back fours, 2 centre backs, will find it tough going more often than not. So if there's 3 of them there, and you got the captain, you got the top man defending in the middle, and he's got 2 different types of players with him. You've got the classy, skillful Agard. Again, he will distribute the ball really, really well. And you got Mavropanos, who again looks very, very good with the ball at his feet. Threat from set pieces. And I think this is interesting. And then Alvarez can afford to be just sitting CDM because he's got 3 centre-backs behind him. He's got Emerson and Kafal either side of him. So that's enough defensive cover there. And then that'll give the ability, because I think at the moment, as the squad stands, I think Ward-Prowse is too good to be on the bench. I don't think we're that good yet. But wherever we've been playing him at the moment, it's not been ideal. So Ward-Prowse further up the field as a kind of a number 10. And then I think Bowen yesterday, kick Antonio out, play Bowen. It can be like a flexible number 9, really. So Bowen can start off up front, but him and Kudus can interchange. And Kudus can play on the side Bowen normally does when Antonio plays. And then Paqueta can cut in and do what he wants in the left wing. Again, I still like to go for another striker in the window, and then we can review and change it again. And I still like to refresh the fullbacks. I think we need another centre-back. And I think we need to look for a Maddison type of number 10, but unfortunately a good striker, typical striker, and a number 10 skillful player, obviously who won't like to track back a lot, but play up front, off the cuff and set things. I don't think David Moyes is going to sign those type of players, but that again is for another show. But let me know in the comments. I think this could work. You're getting reasonably the best out of Mavropoulos, best out of Agard, best out of Ward-Prowse, and then because with Antonio, we're playing with a handicap with 10 men. He's not offering nothing. And whatever Bowen and Kudus have got, they've got energy in abundance, and Paqueta and all those people. So I think that'll work, more or less. But again, let me know in the chat what you think. That was kind of my 1 or 2 points on that. So that was kind of the formation, second point, and kind of Kudus as well. The other thing I wanted to talk about, let me see if I can get his name up as well. And again, it's all interlinked. So Kudus must start, no doubt about that. Secondly, look at the formation where you get the best out of Kudus, best out of Bowen, and best out of everyone we've got as it stands. I think that's kind of what I've just showed you. Again, let me know in the chat what you think. Let me bring up the next point, and that naturally follows on to Antonio, doesn't it? He's offered nothing this season. It looks like we're playing with 10 men, and just put him on the bench. I don't want him starting anymore. It's pointless. And yeah, we're going to play like what you call that, number 9. What's the word for it when you're playing with a number 9 who's not a number 9 and you can share it? Oh, I forgot the word. But yeah, we don't need him. I think there's all these things about a new contract. Because I'm getting confused. Has a new contract been agreed or not? Because some websites are saying we're about to offer this huge contract to him. That gets me even more confused. I thought it'd been done. But either way, we shouldn't be looking at offering contracts to anyone around that age and what he's offering us. I mean, if he's got a year left, then he can be a sub, and we'll kind of see what happens from there, really. But I'm not sure about that. But again, let me know in the comments. I think you could tell about Antonio, we did all right yesterday, and there's no need for that. That follows on to David Moyes. We did really, really good yesterday, but you might have noticed that he didn't make any subs till, I think it was around the 80. Let me have a look. I think it was around the 81st minute, was it? If I look at the summary, yeah, 81st minute, I think Ward-Prowse coming on from Ben Rama, and then really late on, I think it was Kudus going off for Kera, really. So I think Moyes' days are numbered. I can't see him getting an extension beyond this season. You can see we've got the basis of a good team. We've spent reasonable money. You can't ever go at the owners. But it's just in and out with Moyes. Sometimes he gets it right. Then he goes back into his shell again. In-game management is still all up in the air. Bowen was very, very tired yesterday. He got injured. Blood pouring, hurt. He wouldn't take him off. He wouldn't take him off. Right, it's absolutely nuts. We were 3-0 up, and he should have done it. He should have taken Bowen off, and he didn't. And I think it's just stupid things like that. We've got a couple of league games coming up, Europa games coming up. The game's more or less dusted. Just take him off. You got Antonio on the bench. Bring him on for a few minutes if you want. So I think Moyes ain't going to learn. He's a stubborn little git. And then, like I said, people are saying he's 2-3 games away from the sack. And I told you guys, when that happens, he accidentally gets a win and he carries on again. But for me, there's no future for him. I don't want him here, either side of it. Even if we win the Carabao Cup, I don't want him here. I want someone who's kind of sensible. We know where we stand with the manager. We know when he recruits players what he wants from them. They fit the model when they join West Ham. They know at the moment it's all mixed up, mate. Defending's a different story. Up front's a different story. There's no real mix with him. So again, even despite yesterday's win, I think there's no For me, there's no trust in him anymore. There's no confidence for me going forward. I think day to day is going to be, week to week, it's going to be like EastEnders, different story, kind of all the time, really. So those were kind of the main points I picked out. Was bad luck in the draw, you know. Let me just hide that comment for me. Yeah, we all knew we were going to get Liverpool. It's happened. But the interesting point, everyone, is that we apparently at the moment playing that game Liverpool away on 19th of December. 2 days before that, which is the 17th of December, Liverpool are home to Man United. Then they play West Ham 2 days later. Then after the West Ham game, 3-4 days after that, they're home to Arsenal. So Liverpool have got 3 home games in 6 days, or about a week, which is Man United, which is West Ham and Arsenal. So that's kind of good. We've got fixtures as well, but we're kind of home to Wolves. We're kind of home to Man United. And obviously the intensity of their games is going to be more than ours. So Liverpool will 100% play a weakened team against us, for sure. For sure. They might put one player in there, maybe put Salah on the bench. But the good news is that I think Liverpool are definitely going to play a weakened team. And we're going to hopefully play a similar way, similar strong team. And we've got every chance we get something. I know it's kind of difficult. It's away. I would have fancied us at home to anyone. But listen, sometimes West Ham are at their best when it's that kind of opposition. If we were kind of home to, I don't know, Borough or Port Vale, sometimes it doesn't happen for us and that kind of thing. So I think those are the couple of things to look out for. Formation, I've showed you. Let's review it. Let's change it, please, Mr. Moyes. Just see how it goes, you know, with different people. And kind of, yeah, Bowen can start off up front, interchange as the game goes on, with kind of Kudus and Paqueta on the left, and then Ward-Prowse in that number 10. He doesn't have to defend that much. Got Alvarez behind him, then 2 wing backs, then 3 centre backs. Enough cover at the back. And Souček, he can be on the bench for me, despite whatever he does, and done 1 or 2 good things yesterday. I think we don't need Kudus, Alvarez, and Ward-Prowse all in the same team. It's just, it's not workable for me, really. So yeah, that's the kind of things I wanted to look at. Got loads of games coming up. Let's see how the season unfolds. Let's see how what happens with the rumours. Declan Rice, 50-60% booed. Other people clapped. That's what happened in the crowd. My son went there. I wouldn't boo him or cheer him, nothing to do with me. I understand the boos because he went to Arsenal when, I don't know if it's possible for him to sign for City, United or Liverpool, then we wouldn't have minded. Chelsea, well, I wouldn't have minded that anyway, started off there, but Arsenal, Tottenham, yeah, not really doable, especially the way their fans behave, but that's one of the reasons. And yeah, it's good to get one over him, good to see him a bit miserable. But yeah, you can go and win your trophies at Arsenal, mate. We're still always will be where we are, and West Ham will always be where we are, bigger than any player and things like that. So yeah, put your comments in there, let me know. But my feelings are, let's build on it. Please, Moyes, please listen, please learn. Kudus must start every single game. Build your formation around him and 1 or 2 others. Agard struggling. Flat back 4. Mavropanos is not going to get in the game in the league. We all want to see a bit more of him. He looks a bit tasty. We're not sure. Put him in there as well. He'll help out the whole back 3, I think, and push Kufal, Aberson further up the field. They're naturally quite good at going forward, providing that extra width. Free up Bowen to be up front. Kudus sits nicely in Bowen's old position. I think that's kind of where he can play. And then, yeah, Ward-Prowse comes back into the team as a number 10, set things up, take the free kicks, corners, which are so important. I think it works. But I'm going to let you go. Have a great day, and we'll catch up with them. Yeah, a couple of more shows in the next up and coming days. Subscribe if you haven't. We are racing away before, nearer the 2,000 subs mark. The numbers that have subscribed the last 2 weeks is incredible. So keep going, interacting. Have a lovely day, everyone. Take care.